And so, okay, so the thing is, you just like you said, the tazria is the root of it is zera, right? Like is like seed. So if the Balaturim is coming to you and saying about the difference between the male being bored because of what a woman does and what the woman experiences intimately, maybe the zera is what the woman omits when she's at that level. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then from there, she gives birth to a male son.
Cain.
Right.
Cain.
Okay. Right. It's heavy stuff, right? Okay. So the point is, so she gives birth and she conceals. So I'm saying there's something there about the woman producing seeds, then giving birth to a male child and connecting it with the Zohar teaches, which is the focus that Jewish men have in terms of their dedication to pleasing their wives. That's why procreation and children and family and intimacy are huge things. And that's why the backbone of that is trust, honesty, and respect and these types of things. And they build this foundation that the intimacy between the man and the woman could be where the man wants to do the mitzvah of pleasing his wife. And that
Cain.
pleasing his wife produced seeds. And that pleasing of his wife that produced seeds leads to this male child. And it's right here in this verse.
It's right
It's
there in
right
that
here.
verse. I couldn't help as you're bringing up the Zohar and you're talking about this particular passage to draw a parallel between the story again. And again, it's there. It is so there. In the story of Adam, Eve, Adam, Hawa, and Nahash, Adam, Eve, and the serpent or the snake, you have this idea in the next chapter, chapter 4. It says that and Adam knew Eve, and she bore a son, and that son's name was Cain. In the Zohar, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai describes Cain as coming from the side of the Sutra Aqua, or coming from the side of evil. And why does he say this? Because at the time of Adam and Eve having this child, they were still under sin and had not come to full repentance yet. And so whenever a man and a woman conceive of a child while utterly immersed in a state of sin without having come to full repentance, the child, the soul drawn down from on high, will be impure. So this is why in the Zohar, Cain is not considered the son of Adam. In fact, he's called the son of Hawa and Nahash. Some people have taken that story to mean that Hawa physically laid down with the snake, which is not what the story is saying. What the story is saying, even on a deeper level in the Zohar, is that when human beings are tainted with sin, it affects the soul brought down on high from that union. And so you'll notice that when Adam comes to repentance and perfection again, it now says with regard to Shet or Seth, and this one was born in the image of Adam. Why doesn't it say that about Hevel, Abel? Why doesn't it say that about Cain? Because at the time of their conception, Adam and Eve had not come to full repentance and were still under sin. So I'm just correlating this idea with what you said and what I mentioned earlier, this idea of being in a holy estate and having the ability to draw down lofty souls on high, which is further enhanced by the story of Adam, Eve, and the snake in the garden, because when they conceived their children while still in a state of sin, both Cain and Abel, both of them came down from what the Zohar refers to as the Sutra Akra, right? The other side, an Aramaic term denoting that this side is drawing from that which is impure, that which we call evil. Any thoughts before we go on, Rav Mordechai?
Yes. And you touched on this earlier,